Hey y'all, Irix guy here, back again with another live show. Now this one I didn't schedule or anything. I was just like, you know what, George Cooney and crew, they were out here making some noise. So I'm like, I'm gonna do a live stream, feed the raccoons, and talk about anything else y'all want to talk about. Now I did do the salsa, the Carolina Reaper salsa that I made, and I did a video, which is filmed a video, which is not yet posted, but I provide the initial taste test of that salsa. That video I filmed approximately 20 minutes ago. My mouth, my throat, my nose, my face, they're all still on fire. So I would say it was a success. Successful salsa attempt, Carolina Reaper. Man, we got a bunch of people tuning in here. Welcome aboard, everyone. Be sure if you want to check out my merch. I've got a bunch of merch. And I've got, you can always send me a super chat if you choose to do so. Artie444, hi. Welcome, Artie. Welcome aboard. Welcome to Irish Guys Adventure Channel live show. Thanks for tuning in. Gab, how are you, Iris? Oh, man, I'm doing great. Let's see. I'm doing great. How is George Cooney the raccoon? Let's check him out. Hey, George Cooney. Yeah, he's actually down there. So I'm going to get the bowl of miscellaneous scraps for George Cooney. Something we do to be considerate is we keep our scraps throughout the day in a bowl. And I've called that the bowl of miscellaneous scraps because you never know what's going to go in that bowl. But one thing's certain, George Cooney, the raccoon and crew will thoroughly enjoy all of those morsels of goodness. Gab says, Irix, yes, doing great. Gab, how are you doing? Artie, how are you doing? Bunch of other people tuning in. How are all of y'all doing? This is deeply appreciated, all the support. These live streams, obviously, I've finally gotten, I had some network challenges. I had to retool my mesh Wi-Fi infrastructure. Had to get all that tweaked. I got it tweaked. I'm out here at the Appalachian Ocean, and the Coonery Gang forming. Aha, yes, they are. George Cooney and crew are getting stronger by the day. And speaking of that, let me see if he's. Hey, George Cooney. Yeah, we're going to reposition that here in a minute. I'm going to give him a minute because he's got to tell his crew. He's going to be like, yo, man, I hear the live stream. That means my food's coming. So this is an audible cue for George Cooney. Now, George Cooney is kind of the leader of this team of raccoons. So when George Cooney's out, which he was, he saw me, and he hears me. He's telling all the raccoons, he's like, food's about to be coming. Get ready, this, that, and the other. So it's a very well organized process. We've got Artie. Artie says 7. Okay, 7 it is, I guess. 7. Oh, 7? What is 7? Hey, 7. I've been to a 7-Eleven before, gas station, gotten snacks. Got some, what is it? What was it called? Mad Dog 2020. Oh, 7 watching, maybe he means. Maybe so. Ah, gotcha. Cool. That's cool. Got a bunch of people tuning in here. Deeply appreciated. So the channel got a lot of just crazy good things coming, especially a lot of stuff in the way of artificial intelligence, AI. I think there's a lot of room for exploration there. I think it's going to be exciting, but also concurrently educational. So I'm looking forward to the AI journey. There is a new drone coming out that I'm interested in, and I will be featuring that on the channel. Very, very small and lightweight drone. And that's the secret now with drones is that you can do whatever you want to do. I don't care. But if you want to enjoy drones, the small and lightweight drones, depending upon the country you're in, there may be advantages to a drone that is X number of grams or less. So that's something to take into consideration. So that's something I'm excited about. So much technology. I mean, honestly, now I think we're in a phase. It's kind of a funky phase because we got out of 2020 where they shut down all the business, and then people were, they got used to, people that had office jobs. They had to transition to from working anywhere to working in brick and mortar. So now you're seeing a lot of people getting burned out, and a lot of people are, we've gotten through the 2020. We're pretty much through the aftermath of it. So now what we're going to see is a lot of focused talent that's really going to put together some new and exciting businesses that we probably haven't thought of yet. So I mean, it's going to be a very exciting time. I am thrilled, and 2024 is next year. I couldn't be happier about that. If y'all know what I mean, I think we are well positioned to have some exciting content. Gab, you know what's funny, man? Drones, you don't have to be an expert drone pilot. I mean, as long as you're safe and responsible, and you're in a safe and responsible location that's, you're legally permitted to fly, and you have whatever credentials you might need in your country, it's a wonderful hobby. I enjoy drones. The thing that I enjoyed most about drones, man, my face is still burning from that Carolina Reaper sauce. The thing that I enjoyed most about drones was the thrill of capturing these videos and photos from unique aerial perspectives. So with a traditional camera, even with a gimbal, a 6-axis, whatever stabilized gimbal, those are very convincing shots. They're very drone-like. But if you walk and bounce like I do, because I got crooked feet, bro, if you do that, you're still going to notice a little bit of bounce within the video. A drone is just super smooth. All your videos with a drone's gimbal system, it's phenomenal. And also you can get some really cool perspectives that, someone with feet couldn't capture. I mean, they're flying under a bridge, for example, and then positioning the camera up while you're flying under the bridge. That was some of the most exciting stuff on this channel. One of the most exciting moments was when I flew Jeffrey Epstein's island, the Little St. James Island, and that was not long after the FBI raided the place, man. So that was a cool video. I enjoyed flying over Epstein's Island, or not over it, but at a safe distance, and in permissible airspace. But that was an exciting time. And let's see. Gab says, thanks for the information. Hey, man, you just, it's a fun hobby. It still can be a fun hobby. It's like most anything else, things that are fun and things that are new. They're so new and they're so fun that Big Brother hasn't had a chance to put it under its microscope and figure out how they're going to mess it up. And that's I'm not saying drones are done. Don't jump to assumptions, but oh, we got Niner here. Hey, Niner, happy Oktoberfest. Niner, you still got the Parmigiani. Let's see, what was it? Parmigiani Tonda. Tell us about that, dude. That was a cool. That is a cool timepiece, man. Heck yeah. So, do you have any regrets? Any buyer's remorse? Or are you still loving the Tonda? Niner, if you don't know, is a wristwatch connoisseur. He gets the good stuff and the stuff that's not necessarily the mainstream. I mean, a lot of people, they think, oh, it's Omega, it's Rolex, it's Breitling, and they don't go beyond that. Niner went into Parmigiani territory, which is a very high horology wristwatch manufacturer. So that's some good stuff. Let's see. Let's check on George Cooney because I got his bowl of miscellaneous scraps ready. It's coming in just a minute. It is coming, and we will get him on camera, which means I've got to get my flashlight, my torch, whatever you want to call it. Those European nations, they call it a torch. Niner says, loving it, man. No remorse at all. It's the type of watch you have to check the time twice because the first time you get lost in its beauty. LOL. That's cool. Yeah, he's got a. It's a very cool looking timepiece. Artie says, hi, George Cooney. George Cooney, let me tell George Cooney that Artie said hello. Hey, George Cooney, Artie said hello. He said he'll get back to you on camera and respond with a smile here in just a minute or two. Because I will reposition the camera so we can have George Cooney and crew front and center. So what else is exciting? We got drones, we got raccoons, we got spicy salsa. We're about to feed the raccoons. I'm in there looking at that bowl of miscellaneous scraps right now. Just a ton of stuff, man. Actually, a lot of cooking videos. If you haven't checked it out, like I said, my how to make Carolina Reaper salsa, my face and my mouth are still burning. And it's been over a half hour since I ate some of that. So, you know, if you like spicy stuff, check that out. And one thing I highly recommend you checking out is my how to smoke a pork butt step by step, because that's always going to impress. And the beauty of a pork butt is that you don't have to be a master chef. All you need to do is follow the signs. And if you follow that video I got, it's hard to mess up. You know, if you pull that butt off at 201 internal temp, you let it sit for 45 minutes, let it rest for 45 minutes, and then pull that butt, it's going to be delicious. Niner says, what's the name of the new guy down there? Okay, Niner, that's a great question. So Niner's obviously been following the channel, and George Cooney has a new member of his crew of Raccoons. George Cooney's the boss. So Gab says, good stream, enjoying it. Hey, Gab, I'm enjoying you being here. I'm enjoying all y'all being here. So Niner posed a great question. What's the name of the new raccoon that joined George Cooney's crew? And I think he joined the crew maybe only a few days ago. So that is a question. When we move this camera here in a few minutes over there to the George Cooney raccoon area, I'm going to ask George Cooney. I'm going to be like, man, what's your new crew member's name? So with that being said, if he doesn't have a name already, I'm going to go ahead and post a poll here. And I encourage your feedback. Let's see, start a poll. What should we name George Cooney's latest crew member? Okay, we could come up with just some silly, let's see, you tell me. That's going to be my preferred option. We could call him Sean Coonery. No, we're not going to do that. Let's see. I'm just going to put some stupid stuff in here. Let's see. So there's the poll. Here comes the poll. And I don't like those names. So I want y'all's feedback as to the name. What should be the name of George Cooney, the Raccoons' latest crew member? I mean, he showed up with George Cooney a few days ago, and then we didn't get a proper introduction yet. He just showed up. I see him down there, so you can see he's, raccoons. They look like they got a mask on. You can see his eyes, the little lighter part around the raccoon mask. So let's see. Let's get this over here. Let's see. Artie voted. Okay, so we got one vote. Dumpster Boss. Now, see, that's an interesting name, but George Cooney gets mad if you call him a trash panda. He's like, bro. He's like, I'm not a trash panda. He takes offense to the term trash panda. So Now maybe his new team member is happy with that. Dre, oh, welcome, Dre. Dre, always good to see you. Dre's been here for many years. Deeply appreciated, huge supporter of the channel, and I like that. I like Bandit, and that's a cool name. It's appropriate because raccoons look like they're up to something shady, man. They got that little bandit mask on. I like that. I like Bandit. That's a very cool name. Niner says it's got to come natural, I guess. For now, it's just got to be Cooney and Crew. I agree. Gab says someone without a number in their name now. LOL. So what we'll do is let's see. We're about to get this food out. Oh, there he is. Hey, hey. We got questions for you, sir. And that's George Cooney himself. Let me get the camera over here. We got the food coming, man. So we've got a poll. You got to answer some questions for the viewers. Okay, so he's ready. Let me get the camera repositioned here. Actually, I guess I need to grab the laptop first so I don't disconnect the live stream here. This is high tech, man. High tech down here in this Appalachian Ocean. High tech stuff down here in Appalachian Ocean. About to see George Cooney. Oh, there he is. Hey, good evening, sir. Please pardon this sound. It's going to be a little bit of noise as I drag this across the ground. He said, I don't care. Whoa, no, hey, come back. Tell your friends, man. I didn't mean to make that noise. That is a deterrent. We don't want that. Okay, here we go. Here comes George. Whoa. Get everything optimized here with the camera alignment. And I will bring the torch or the flashlight out so that we can properly converse with George Cooney and crew. We've got to identify that new team member's name. Will it be what Drea said, Bandit? Will it be what Niner said, Black Bart? I like that. Let me get the torch. Let me get the food, and we're gonna interact. We're gonna converse with George Cooney and crew. Here comes the food, man. Here comes the food. So we got George Cooney and crew. Okay, here we go. I'm going to show y'all this. So this is the bowl of miscellaneous scraps. Now tonight's raccoon cuisine. We've got the bone of a French pork chop. We've got some chicken wing scraps on the bottom. Mmm. We've got some miscellaneous cheese and crackers. We've got some grapes. And most importantly, we've got George Cooney and crew. Hey, George Cooney and crew, heads up, because here comes this food. Ready? On 3. 1, 2, and 3. Whee! Come and get it. He'll be out here in just a second. Well, I mean, he was already out here, and he just he had to go tell his friends. He had to go tell his crew. He's like, man, he's like, that food's coming, bro. Dinner time. You're right. There he is. Hello, Mr. Coonery. Mr. Cooney, rather. There he is. Tell your friends, man. Come on. Now, I apologize for this light, but you've got a lot of fans, and we want to know, what's the name of the latest member of your crew? And if you haven't determined a name, would it be appropriate to be something completely different? You tell us, bro. Whoa. You got a little bit confused. I think that light was a little bit too much. Let me turn that light down for a second, because that'll. Okay, Dre says he's cute. He's the boss of the world. He is the boss of all raccoons. So come back out here on this camera now. We've got to interview you. Very important. You know, this isn't a situation where we have all this free food. We expect your cooperation. You know, we're giving you this food so that you'll be well fed, but we want you to converse with the audience. We want you to converse, bro. Gab says 4 likes. Yes, sir. They are certainly appreciated. I appreciate that. And we got we got the likes coming in. Be sure if you want. Oh man, I see a super chat. Dessert is on me, boys. Time for the pretzel toss. Night, everyone. Niner. Oh man, wow, Niner. Wow. Niner. Oh, here he comes. So he so he grabbed some food and then he ran off, but he'll be right back. and Niner, sorry, I got silenced real quickly. I think Niner had to jet, but Niner's super chat, that is tremendously appreciated because that helps us support streams like this one. Obviously, Niner is one of the most loyal and long-term viewers of the channel, and that is deeply appreciated. So just one way to support the channel, you can check out my merch. I've got a link to my merchandise down below. Whoa, oh. Me. Another. I got 2 super chats, man. Dre, thank you so much, Drea. I certainly appreciate it. So this is, wow. Now we just got to get George Cooney out here so that we can converse and determine the name of the newest member of his crew. Because we don't want raccoons running around. We don't know their name. I mean, that's not polite. We got to know the names. He should be here in a minute. He'll be back. Wow. Now, usually you see that. So you see the light towards the bottom of the screen. That's one of my solar lights. And then the one time kind of towards so this one right here, that's towards the mountain. And this right here is closer to my deck. The raccoons typically are going to come out of there. That's that tree. And that's where they typically originate from. We're going to do a quick reconnaissance. Oh, not reconnaissance. Reconnaissance. Let's see what we got here. reconnaissance. See that area right there where that tree is, that green tree? That's typically where they come from. Here he comes. Hey, hey. Oh, that's fine. Don't look at the light because it'll blind you. There's George Cooney, see? Okay, so what's the name of your newest crew member? He said, man, I don't have time to tell you that. He said, I got to take that food back to my crew. So you saw him. He came out. He grabbed some food. He preferred the to-go option, and he took it back to the Raccoon crew. That's cool. So, this may be a situation where we don't get the name of the new crew member tonight. I like Bandit. I like Black Bart. I think those are both really cool. But I want to hear what George Cooney has to say. And I mean, he's been in such a rush. I mean, look at that. I mean, what are you going to do? Run into a restaurant, get your food, and run out? No, that's not polite. We'll get him when he comes back out the next time. We'll talk to him about, hey, man, what's your new crew member's name? Yeah, Drea, he definitely took it to go. He was a little bit confused by the light that I was shining, but I mean, he didn't seem to care, but he was just like, man, you ever been in a restaurant and they sit you by a window or whatever, and you're staring at the, you're staring at the sunlight in your eyes. It's kind of the same thing. I mean, this is a very bright LED flashlight. So I've got different brightness. Look at that strobe mode. That'll drive someone nuts. Look at that. That's the brightest setting. This thing is insanely bright. When I'm out in Appalachia, I always carry this light because you don't want to be caught in the mountains without a reliable light source. And this is a very cheap light, but that's USB rechargeable, which is pretty cool. I carry a USB battery bank in the backcountry because I never want to be stuck in a situation where I cannot recharge my electronics. And electronics, everything from smartphone to flashlights, cameras. You don't want to be without renewable power while you're in the backcountry. And actually, I carry a foldable array of solar panels that'll recharge the battery bank. So I've got renewable energy while I'm in the backcountry. And that's so important. So many people get in the backcountry and they don't know what they're doing. We've passed, and we've never been in a rescue situation, but I mean, there's been times we've been out, which doesn't sound that far, but 10 miles or so, and you see an experienced hiker this day hiking, and they have no idea where they are or how far they're going. You're like, hey man, you okay? And they just kind of look at you, and they're arrogant and this, that, and the other. And it's like, you're thinking to yourself, it's like, okay, you don't even have overnight gear. It's going to potentially get down below 0 Fahrenheit. And some people you can't. Some people are just beyond repair. Some people you just can't. You can't instill common sense within their mind, and that we run into a lot of stuff like that. We've actually been out in the backcountry, and we've run into rescue missions where they had a helicopter fly in and take people out. And I mean, that I'm not going to say that was cool because it was horrible for whomever was in the situation, but I mean, backcountry is no joke. I mean, it can be a very dangerous environment. It can be a very exciting environment if you know what you're doing and you're prepared. And the people that you go with also are prepared, because you don't want to have you don't have a loose cannon with you in the backcountry and get into a bad situation. But yeah, George Cooney, man, he took that to go, and I know there's tons more food down there. You can see it. I mean, he's got plenty of dining options, so he needs to come back and collect. I don't know. It's like they've got something going. Oh, I know what it is. It's football season. That's what it is. They've got a big screen TV down there. Oh, here he comes. In front of the light at the top. See? There he is. I'm not going to turn my flashlight on because he's looking at us right now. Yeah, come on up. Get your food, man. Get your food, bro. You don't have to take it to go. No, I'm going to turn this light on. See, there he is. I bet he's going to take it to go. I can just tell by the way he's grabbing it. Yep, there he goes into his little bushes. So I don't think we're going to get feedback from George Cooney tonight. I mean, I'd really like him to say, you know, the name of his newest crew member is blah blah blah. You know, he became a part of the crew on X date, and his role on the team is whatever. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I'm assuming George Cooney, I mean, he's the boss. But what do these other Raccoons do? I mean, they're not just on the crew for nothing. I mean, they've got, you know, there's got to be some sort of value add. So, I mean, George Cooney's the boss. He's the primary food collector. But the rest of his crew, I mean, I don't know. We just got to figure this out, man. It's a mystery. Drea says, looks like he wants to eat with his crew off camera. Yep, that's the situation. So, you know, again, that supports my theory that that, you know, they've got some sort of thing going on at their raccoon house, and they need the food brought in. So that is pretty interesting. It's the seasonal nature of raccoon activity. You know, this time of year they're more, I don't know. I mean, y'all have seen my videos. If you haven't subscribed, check out my raccoon videos playlist. I mean, I've got hundreds of videos, and there's videos where I've got 5, 6, 8 raccoons at a time. I've even got one where the raccoons are eating, and then a fox runs up and looks at them, and they look at each other, and then the fox and raccoons all run away. I've gotten groundhogs, a cougar, a wildcat. So I mean, there is so much craziness that goes on down there, man. But I mean, all we need is them to tell us, well, him, George Cooney, the name of his newest crew member. Because if he doesn't give it, then we'll have to like I said, we've got 2 names in queue. We've got Bandit and Black Bart, and I like both of those names. So if George Cooney doesn't already have a name, I can be like, hey, man, you know, this, you know, you had your opportunity. The audience spoke. The audience super chatted, and the audience has chosen a name. So if we don't get a name by the next show, we're going to keep those 2 names in queue for the viewers to vote on, unless George Cooney comes out and says, hey, you know, the name of the newest crew member is blah, blah, blah. So that would trump whatever the viewers voted for. But I mean, I don't know. I mean, based upon his conversational skills tonight, I don't feel too optimistic that George Cooney will reveal the name of his latest crew member. So we'll just have to see. Andrea says, I'll have to check out the other videos. Oh, no doubt. Check out my Raccoon videos playlist. I've got hundreds and thousands more coming soon. So, yeah, that's super cool. Yeah, he took the to-go option. This is pretty frustrating. I mean, it's not due to lack of patience. I mean, I'm standing here physically, and y'all are standing here virtually, and we're waiting for George Cooney to reemerge and hopefully share some words with us. But he hasn't. He's come back out of the bushes a few times, but he hasn't been vocal, and that's a problem. Like I said, I'm getting concerned. Quite a bit of concern here. Let's shine the light around, see if we got any other wildlife. Turn the brightness up. I mean, that's the thing down there. Now I haven't caught the Yeti yet, but there's apparently a Yeti down here. We got some black bears. I'm trying to think of a bunch of snakes. Got all kinds of nasty snakes. And some nice snakes. Got some like a king snake. He's about 15 feet long. Pretty cool. You know, he keeps poisonous snakes away. So he's a value add for the ecosystem. You know, never kill a non-poisonous snake because they provide a lot of good. Look at that. You can see the torch, as they call it. Oh, that's kind of frightening. Look at that. Ooh. If it was Halloween, that'd be creepy, man. That's just the rails. Um, yeah. So we're gonna give George Cooney a few more minutes here. This is unacceptable. It's unacceptable and it's inconvenient because we're all waiting. We want answers. We want those answers now. What is the name of George Cooney the Raccoons' latest crew member? I hear people hooting and hollering. Y'all hear that? That's the funny thing, man. The acoustics here at the Appalachian Ocean, you pick up on all kinds of craziness. Never know what you're going to hear or see, or pretty wild place. Mm-hmm. Okay, checking in here. Well, we are waiting patiently. Again, I apologize for the brief inconvenience while we wait for George Cooney and crew. And I don't know if he's going to come back. I mean, he's collected an abundance of food already, and he's probably, I don't know. We'll see. I mean, I could be wrong, but I have a feeling we will probably conclude this live stream without a response from George Cooney. Would be that's what my gut's telling me at least. But my gut's pretty spiced up because I ate all that Carolina Reaper salsa. Be sure to subscribe. Check out my How to Make Carolina Reaper Salsa video. That was some crazy, crazy spicy stuff. Hmm. Hey, George Cooney. Okay, so let's see what we got here. And no evidence of George Cooney the raccoon. Like I said, he's hiding. He's back there in that bush, and sometimes he'll sit there and eat in the front of the bush. But tonight, it was a total to go option because he took it. He took it beyond the bush. He took it way down the mountain, and he's down there chowing down with his crew. Now tomorrow, though, I'm doing chicken wing. Well, I had some chicken wings tonight. Tomorrow, I'm doing chicken wings. I'm doing chicken drummies or drumsticks rather, drummies and drumsticks. Doing flats, drumettes, and drumsticks, and then also doing some corn. They love corn on the cob. After you eat corn on the cob, you throw them the cob of leftover corn. They'll pick it up just like a person. They do. So that'll be pretty cool. Got some leftover popcorn in there that wife and daughter didn't eat, so I'll throw that down. Raccoons love popcorn, and you got to check out my live stream from last night because some of that popcorn got in these bushes, and he was climbing the bushes like a Christmas tree, eating that popcorn. Yeah, raccoons with popcorn are funny. Also, raccoons with bubbles. If you blow bubbles, they chase after the bubbles. That's pretty cool. But that's kind of a daytime activity. If you get a raccoon that's not rabid, that's out right before sunset, and you start blowing bubbles and they chase them, that's always really cool. So we got tons of content coming here. I mean, we've got hundreds of raccoon videos, but thousands more coming soon. So, this is just one of many raccoon related live streams. There you go. Raccoon related ramblings. Okay. Drea says tiny bubbles. Yeah, tiny bubbles are funny because then they got to really chase multiple bubbles. They go crazy. Uh, well, I don't know. If I was a gambler, which I'm not, I would say that they're not going to show back up. And the fact that only George Cooney emerged and he didn't have his crew tonight suggests that he prefers the to-go option. So, not feeling too optimistic about it. Huh. Well, let's see here. Grab my device. There we go. Yep. So I think it's safe to say to be continued because I have a hunch that George Cooney and crew are, and maybe it's because he saw the camera and he's like, dude, man, did you really want me to be on camera? Of course we did. Everybody did. We wanted feedback from George Cooney the Raccoon. This IPA is good. India Pale Ale, Goose Island. Not a bad decision. I've got a review of it coming. Drea, thank you, and always pleasure to have you on the live streams. Deeply appreciated, and even without that super chat, it's appreciated. But it's appreciated even more that you chose to super chat my channel. Viewers like you that help my channel to continue to grow, appreciate it. And like I said, to be continued. Subscribe, ring that bell. Check out all my raccoon videos. I've got hundreds of raccoon videos now, thousands more coming soon. And check out my how to make Carolina Reaper salsa video. I'm still burning from that, and I ate it. It's been about almost an hour now. Thanks for your viewership, and y'all have a good day.